Happy blissful day to you and welcome to this free coaching session. My name is Gabriel, and before we get into the session, I just want to invite you to please get your notepad ready or just a piece of paper and your pen, because I want you to take notes. I don't just want you to watch, but I want you to take notes. So press this video and get your notepad and get your pen. Okay, awesome. Now that you're back, I want to let you know that this coaching session is going to provide you with a lot of clarity, and I'm going to provide you with a game plan as well, and you will find out exactly what is standing in the way of you and your desires. Yes, of you and your manifestation. And I'll show you exactly how to get rid of that stumbling block that is actually in front of you and your desires. Right? So you ready? Awesome stuff. I'm also ready as well. Okay, so I want to tell you that the reason why you do not have your desire right now is because of the story that you were telling yourself early on, yesterday and last week. Now you see, we always speak to ourselves in our minds. We always tell ourselves these stories. Now the story that you are telling yourself can either serve you or control you. Now, I want to ask you, what is the story that you've been telling yourself early on and yesterday? And be honest. Pause this video and write down what you telling yourself early on and yesterday. You see, the main reason why I struggled to manifest my ideal partner, my SP, to manifest money, just to manifest my desires, was because of the stories I was telling myself. I used to tell myself that I do not have my desire as yet. I am waiting for it. And I used to jump from technique to technique, method to method, tool to tool, YouTube video to YouTube video, coach to coach, course to course. I never told myself that, Gabriel, you are already the person who has your desires. So you get to celebrate now. It's done, Gabriel. I never told myself. My story was always, I do not have, I'm waiting, I'm searching, and I'm hoping, and I'm just waiting for this magical thing that's supposed to happen, and boom, I'll get my desires. And that's why I struggled for so many years. So I'm asking you, what is your story? What are you telling yourself every day? Which brings me to my next point. Neville Goddard, my favorite author. Now I quote my favorite quote by Neville Goddard. When you change your conception of yourself, your entire world will change automatically. Do not try to change people. They are only messengers telling you who you are. Revalue yourself and they will confirm the change. Now check this out. Neville Goddard tells us that all you need to do is just change your conception of yourself. What is your conception of yourself? It's your self-concept. What is your self-concept? It's how you see yourself and what you believe to be true what you believe to be true about yourself. So in other words, it is the story that you are telling yourself every day. That is what is shaping and creating your self-concept. When you change your story, your entire world will change. So I'm asking you again, what is your story? What is the story that you are telling yourself every day? Now let us begin with this coaching session. Step 1, clarity. I want to ask you, what do you want to manifest? What do you want to achieve? What are your desires? Not your partner, not your children, not your pets, you. We are now talking about you. It's all about you. What do you really, really want? Press pause and write down what is your desire. And furthermore, why do you want this? Why do you want this desire? The reason why the why is so important, because if you can have a strong why, it will just eliminate procrastination. Because if your why is strong enough, you are not going to even think about procrastinating, because you're going to be so excited because of your why. Let me give you an example. My why, the reason why my main desire was to have a successful coaching business. Now, the reason why I wanted a successful coaching business is because I did not want my son to repeat the same poverty cycles as me, because I used to grow up in lack and poverty. So I wanted to ensure that my son would not experience the same. I had to break the cycle, you see. So that is my why. And this is allowing me to wake up every day and to ensure that my son will be financially secure. So what is your why? Press pause and write down what is your why. And number 2, what do you think is stopping you from achieving your goal? What do you think is stopping you from manifesting your desires? I want you to press pause and write down everything that you think is stopping you from manifesting your desires and stopping you from achieving your goals. Okay, and furthermore, I want us to go even deeper on an unconscious level to find out what is stopping you from achieving your goals. Okay, so I'm inviting you now to close your eyes. Just close your eyes. And I want you to take a deep breath in and just slowly breathe out. Just take another deep breath in. Just slowly breathe out. Just take one last deep breath in. Just slowly breathe out. Okay, I just want you to bring your goal to your mind now. Just connect to your goal. Bring it to your mind. Connect to it. And I want you to consider whether you have any feelings of resistance when you think about achieving it. Just notice what comes up. Notice any feelings of resistance when you think about achieving it. You might have a specific worry or maybe just a general feeling of unease in your stomach. Just notice what comes up. Okay, I just want you to notice what comes up and just bring your goal to your mind again, and I want you to repeat after me. With your eyes closed, do I have any emotion holding me back from achieving my goal? And just notice what comes up. Repeat after me. Are there any fears or limitations I'm holding on to, such as the fear of failure or even the fear of success? And just notice what comes up. So repeat after me. Do I have or do I feel anything about myself or others that may be stopping me from achieving what I want? Okay, I just want you to notice what comes up. Okay, you can now open your eyes. Okay, so whatever came up for you, so this is what I want you to do is, for example, if you felt resistance, if you had limiting beliefs such as I am not good enough, whatever came up for you, I want you to now sit down and challenge those beliefs. So for example, if you had a belief that, well, money is scarce, and that's what came up. So I want you to challenge that belief and say, hey, is that ultimately true? Is money really scarce? No, money is not scarce, because you know a lot of people that are well off. You know a lot of people that are successful. So which means it's not true. The belief is just an idea in your mind that is living rent-free. And that idea is not even real. A thing that is real is your phone, because you can feel it, you can touch it. That's real. Now the belief that money is scarce is not even real. So you need to challenge that belief, and you want to reframe it. And how you reframe it is by saying that, well, money is abundant. Money is everywhere. And I am worthy of abundance of money. I am worthy of, excuse me, I am worthy of lots of money. You see, that's how you reframe it. You basically just have to write down whatever came up, challenge it, and reframe it. And make this your new story. So for example, the limiting beliefs that came up for me when I wanted to manifest love, was that no, all women are the same, I'm not even going to bother. But I had to challenge that belief, because all women are not the same. They are not the same. And then I said, okay, seeing that all women are not the same, I can actually manifest the woman that I desire. And that's what I did. I then wrote down exactly what I desired, and I manifested that. And when it came to money, I believed that money was scarce, I'm not worthy of money. And I had to really challenge those beliefs and say, that's not ultimately true. Money is everywhere, and I am worthy, because I am one with Source, I'm one with God, I'm one with the universe. That gives me qualification to be worthy and deserving and good enough. And you see, when you reframe it like that, everything then changes. And the story that you've been telling in your mind also changes. So it's very important to ensure that you let go of anything that is no longer serving you, because if it's not serving you, it is controlling you, and you do not want these things to control you. Now, step number 3. Let me ask you this. If you had to manifest your goal right now, you manifested your desire right now, how will that make you feel? How will it make you feel knowing that you've manifested your desire right now? Pause the video and write it down. And write down exactly how will it make you feel. Now, this is where we apply the law of assumption. Now, what is the law of assumption? The law of assumption is a powerful method that was pioneered by Neville Goddard. And it simply states that if you have a desire, all you need to do is just assume in your mind and accept in your mind that you are now the person who has your desire. In other words, you just have to assume and accept that you already have your desire and remain faithful to this new assumption. And then it then pushes out, it reflects in your reality. And that's what we call a manifestation. So your job is just to assume that you already have your desires, and your 3D, your external reality, then reflects your new mindset, your new story, your new assumption. That's it. And this is exactly what I did when I manifested my wife. I had to assume that I'm already a married man. Not only married man, but a blissfully married man. And now I'm blissfully married. And when I manifested my dream apartment, I had to assume that I was already an apartment owner. And now we have a beautiful dream apartment on the beachfront. And when I manifested my dream car, I had to assume that I was already a Range Rover owner. And I manifested my Range Rover. And when I wanted to manifest lots of money, I had to assume that I already earned $1 million in my telecoms business. So I had to see myself as a business owner who already made $1 million. And within 9 months, boom, our telecoms business manifested or achieved $1 million. Now you see, I've worked with a lot of people, and one thing that I've actually noticed is most of them are not disciplined. They basically say one thing and then do another thing. They say that, yeah, I assume that I am the person who has my desire, and then they contradict themselves. They wishy-washy, they in and out. They say one thing, they do another thing. They feel one thing, they act like another person. So in other words, Neville Goddard is clear. In order for you to use the law of assumption, you just have to assume that you are already the person who has your desires, and remain faithful to this desire. Remain faithful to this new person. Remain faithful to this new mindset. And your external reality will then reflect your new mindset. And that's when your manifestation shows up. Now, a lot of people contradict themselves. They say one thing, they say, yeah, I have my desires, but then later on, they act like a person who do not have their desires. They say that they are now in love, but later on, they act like a lonely person. They say that they are wealthy, but later on, they act like a poor person. They say that they are healthy, but later on, they act like a sick person. You have to understand that you can only serve one master. And you either have your desire or you don't. So you can't fool yourself by saying one thing and doing another thing. You have to remain faithful to your desires. And it's simple, like I said. All you need to do is just become clear, which we did. You know exactly why you want it, and you're clear. And to remove anything that is standing in front of you and your desires, which we've done. And to ask yourself, how will you feel if you had your desires? You know exactly how you'll feel. Now you're going to feel this way now. And you're going to remain faithful to this new feeling. And then you then change your mindset from the person who does not have your desire to the person who has your desire. And you remain faithful to this every single day. And how you remain faithful to this is by gratitude. You see, gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership, because you can only say thank you for something that is happening to you or that has happened to you. So if I give you something, the first thing you're going to say is thank you. So if you say thank you for your desire, you're telling yourself and the universe that you already have it. And that's how you remain faithful. Now, of course, I know a lot of people obviously going to still need some help. They probably need like a personalized approach where you say, you know what, Gabriel, no man, I want to work with you and just to ensure that I clear all the limiting beliefs and all the emotional blocks, anything that is standing in front of me or my blocks. You want that personal approach, and you also want a proper game plan to ensure that you will remain faithful so that you can manifest your desires. No problem, we got you covered. You can book a free single session coaching session, with us. So I will do a private coaching session with you, and we'll find out exactly what is blocking you, what are your limiting beliefs, and then furthermore, I will have you experience what it is to feel your goal. You will know how it actually feels to be the person who has your desires, so that you can have that experience before your desire actually shows up. So in other words, you will experience being the person who already has your desires. So you can book a free, not a free, that's for our entrepreneurial clients. But for you, you can book a single coaching session. Like I said, this coaching session is a private, personalized coaching session where we going to go deep, me and you. And you'll also get a recording as well so that you can watch it over. And we'll also do a feel it real guided meditation so you can feel how it actually feels to be the person who has your desires. And we're also going to provide you with 20% off. So all you need to do is just put in the coupon code 20 off. 20 off. I'll put it on the screen below. 20 off, and that will give you 20% off this session as well. So again, if you want to go deeper, you can book a single coaching session, and I'll see you inside. Having said that, I just want to say that for those that actually took notes, I just want to recap. Now you know exactly clarity. What do you want? You know why you want it. And if there were any stumbling blocks, I showed you how to challenge and to reframe and to release. And also you know exactly how to feel. And you know how to apply the law of assumption and to remain faithful. So having said that, keep smiling, enjoy your blissful day, and for those that want to go deeper, I'll see you inside. Cheers.